Flip that, Johnny.
Alexa, tell us about Slumber Party Massacre 3.
From HiveDigest.com. Slumber Party Massacre 3. After a hard day of volleyball at the beach, a teen whose parents are away decides to have a slumber party with her girlfriends.
Yeah. That's it. That's it.
I like how that summary doesn't say anything about the serial killer.
Nothing.
Just
nothing.
Just after a hard day of volleyball, a group of teens decide to have a slumber party.
Uh-huh.
Which is pretty much how this movie goes for a good half of it.
Yeah, I'd say.
I don't even remember if this is a good movie.
It's okay. It isn't as bad as the second one.
All right. This is a movie that actually has a plot and
does
red herrings. Yep. Lots of red herrings. A weird number of red herrings.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Like some of them kind of just disappear and you never see them again.
Yeah.
One of them actually does break into the house.
Correct.
Which is fucking weird.
Yeah. The weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically like the plot summary. Jackie and her friends are stalked by a serial killer while having a slumber party. Yeah. Jackie.
Yeah.
I was telling you, it kind of feels definitely like a 90s feel, but it's early 90s.
I mean,
so
it's from 1990.
Yeah, it's like a gritty. I mean, the reason I say that is because we watched it on YouTube and it was very, very, very bad quality.
We watched it on YouTube because it's literally the only place you can watch it.
Yep. Thanks, Pluto. Thanks a lot.
Pluto said it was there, but it's not.
It's not there. It is not. Nope.
So
we have once again another female director.
Yes.
Yep.
A female writer.
Yep. A female writer. We got Sally Madison is her name, and it's her only directorial movie.
Yeah. What was she before that?
She was just a screenwriter.
Oh.
Of very bad films that have much less reviews in terms of quality compared to this.
Nothing sounded good?
No. Like 3.1, 3.5. Yeah, not good, not very good.
Yeah. So this is also the lowest rated one.
Yes, that's got
and
4.5.
I think that's just because this movie is weird and kind of hard to swallow.
Yeah.
There's nothing silly or goofy or fun about it. This is a dark movie.
Yeah, it's kind of
this is
gross.
Yeah, this is a gritty, gory, boob-filled film.
Yeah, there's a lot of titties in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not in a fun way.
No.
It's also a very uncomfortable movie where people stand around and watch their friends get murdered and do nothing to stop it, even though the killer is blind.
And sexually assaulted.
Yeah. We can just say...
Trigger warning.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to see that, don't watch this movie.
No. Do not. We just kept saying, what are the other fucking two doing? Or three?
Yeah, there are three people just standing there watching.
And they did nothing.
And doing nothing. It's like a 5-minute scene.
They did nothing,
where
John.
People stand there, the killer is distracted and blinded by bleach, and no one does anything to stop him.
Nothing.
Like,
they did nothing,
They could have
John.
done literally anything other than just stand there and watch.
And they stood there and watched.
Yes.
That's all they did. Yeah, so the plot basically is that Jackie is being tormented by a guy and her friends.
I guess. There's a lot of little subplots in this movie, and that made it a little harder to follow than some of the others.
Right.
Because, everyone's trying to pair off with their own people, and some of them are into people, but, those people are into other people. It's
very confusing.
Fucking exhausting.
It is.
And the audio quality was pretty bad, and... Thank you, YouTube, for having the absolute goddamn worst captions of all time. Thank you, AI, for that. You've done it. You've made it so deaf people can't watch films.
It is so bad, especially when you get the running captions. It is beyond bad. Running captions are the absolute worst.
Yeah,
they truly are,
and it's all YouTube allows now.
Yes, and that's even like let's say if you're watching wrestling. If you're watching it live.
Hulu only does that.
Oh. I mean, it does that on Spectrum too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you turn on captions, or even if you did it for like DirecTV, and it's all live captions, and like this is awful.
Yeah.
Because it's so far behind. Mm-hmm. And I mean, obviously, with wrestling, you watch it for the storylines, and you really, if you're hard of hearing, you really can't.
The issue with, like, Hulu has those same kinds of captions. It's all done by an AI generator. Mm-hmm. So the way it always is on Hulu, like me and Sav are like, anyone who can't hear can't watch anything on Hulu because it's always completely wrong.
Really?
Yes.
In terms of wrestling or just the regular shows, too?
Well, it does it on regular shows. Wrestling is probably the worst one.
Oh, I would imagine.
Like, the weird names. Because,
I would imagine.
We have seen probably 15 different spellings of Nia Jax's name.
Oh, I would imagine, absolutely.
One of which was just the letter N.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's quality, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, high quality. What about Peacock? Does it do the same type of shit or no?
Peacock's good.
Yeah, is it?
Peacock has decent subtitles.
Okay.
For the most part. The wrestling ones are a little off.
Okay. Understandably.
Not like time-wise, but just they're kind of weird.
Okay.
I feel like it's all... Wrestling captions are always weird.
Yeah.
Like, there's something wrong with them.
Yeah, I don't know. Because there's obviously, I think, like you said, there's different things going on.
Yeah.
You know, you got Michael Cole and you got other people talking, and it's kind of hard at times, but that's still no excuse.
Yeah.
I mean, there's captions for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not what this is about.
No, it is not.
This is about Slumber Party Massacre 3.
Correct.
This movie reminded me of, like, a Silent Night, Deadly Night movie.
Okay, how so?
It just... I think it was just because it's gritty and grimy.
Yeah, gross.
Yeah.
Gross feeling.
Yeah.
Yep.
And, like, the killer is just... Like, it's a very stereotypical, like,
white guy.
Killer...
It's a white guy.
Very stereotypical, like, killer motive where it's just like... Killer is upset because Dick won't get hard.
Yes.
That is what... By the way, that's why the killer is killing people.
Legit.
Also, maybe he was assaulted by his uncle.
I think he was sexually assaulted by his uncle.
But also can't get Dick up.
Correct.
So,
correct. Yeah. It's something that you have to work through.
Because at any point, like, a girl reaches for his belt...
Yes.
He, like, freaks out.
Every time.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's literally the reason why he starts killing people.
Yep. Or at least it seems like it.
Correct. Yeah.
It was pretty sudden when they revealed it, too.
Yeah, he was attacking the other guy.
Yeah, he just turned around and started beating that guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was really it. Kind of lame.
This is a weird one.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have fun with this one. It wasn't a fun movie.
Oh, I mean, neither was the second one.
I think the second one has fun moments.
Yeah.
It's all musical and has a guy dancing around. Like, the killer is breakdancing with a guitar with a drill on it.
I understand.
And you're like, oh, it's not fun. There's nothing fun in it. Oh, yeah. Just because the movie doesn't make sense doesn't mean it's not fun.
All right, there.
Doesn't make it good.
No.
Means it's fun.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about. Oh, I get it.
But
yeah,
the first one in this trilogy is definitely, I think, the best one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, the remake is the best one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Gen Wars.
Yes.
The remake ended up being the best fucking movie out of all these.
By far.
Yeah.
Not even close. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the plot. I mean, on to the good. I mean,
kind of liked the gore in it was pretty good.
Yeah, I could say that would be pretty good.
It would have been nice if we could have seen it.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know, you take what you can.
Yeah.
They did release a remastered Blu-ray of this.
Oh, are you gonna get it?
No, because it's only available for like $200
then
hand.
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not worth it.
So, have to wait for another release.
Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
sure it will happen at some point.
It'll happen.
Because I would like to rewatch this one in, like,
with
better quality.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
in a more watchable way.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, that'd be key.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, some of the good. I mean, there was a lot of plot points. It had more of a plot than the second one.
It felt like there was a lot better plot writing or story writing than there was dialogue writing.
Yes.
Because the dialogue writing was pretty fucking weak in this.
Yes, it was very bad.
But the plot itself was actually pretty good.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was... I mean, it was halfway decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the characters were stale.
Well, pretty stale.
I mean, I honestly, I could not distinguish that the one who was wearing the white shirt and then the greenish shirt or the gray shirt.
I couldn't tell any of the people apart because all of their faces were like 4 pixels.
Yes, it was very bad. It was very bad. But honestly, it's like, oh, is that Jackie or is that the other one? And it's like, I don't know. And I really don't care.
This guy wasn't really the driller killer as much.
No.
He was kind of killing people in all sorts of ways. Electrocuting one, stabbing one.
Electrocuting one with a vibrator, nonetheless.
Might be the only time that's been done in a movie. Yes. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and it's a typical late 80s, early 90s where the vibrator's attached.
It's like plugs into the wall.
It's like, oh, no, that's not really how that works anymore. Yeah. At least I don't think so.
I think they do still sell them. But
do they? Oh, I don't know.
You kind of have to work to find them.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, there were some decent deaths.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome when he got shot in the harpoon in the leg.
That was pretty fun.
I was like, you didn't even aim for his like midsection or his chest.
I think that was the worst. Is the fact that these girls...
They were so useless at the end.
Useless at the end.
Fucking useless. Just fucking sitting there while this guy is just going to town.
And the fact that the cop, they keep calling the cops throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And the first thing, she's like, hey, there was this creep, and he brought this address book back.
Right.
And he's around my house.
Right.
And the cop's like, well, he was probably just returning your address book.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude... You gotta fucking come out and check this shit out.
Right, you gotta do your job, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta do your job.
It's one thing if it's something that sounded like a prank call. That sounded like a serious call, and he was just like, oh, just kids being scared at home alone and maybe a little drunk. And then the next one is like, they called him and they're like, somebody is dead at this house.
And that was the guy. That was the guy that called him.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh, it's you kids again. Uh-huh. Oh, you're wasting taxpayer money and stuff like that. Right. And like, they didn't really do anything that would have made you think that.
Right, and then Morgan, that guy with the camera.
There's throughout the whole movie, there are all these creepy guys, kind of like all these movies, where we got...
Weirdo.
Emo kid.
Trench coat guy.
Trench coat guy.
Yeah, he was wearing a trench coat, wasn't he?
Who?
The weirdo.
Which one's the weirdo?
The one with the blonde hair.
No,
the guy sitting at the beach.
No, he was wearing a black button-up, long sleeve button-up and black pants.
Okay. All right.
But that's why it was weird because he was wearing that at the beach.
Right.
And he had like the weird like emo side comb over. He looked like fucking Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man, and it was so funny.
He did.
But he also had like a little ponytail in the back.
Oh, he did, eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, he ends up dead in the fridge.
He does. Yeah.
And then...
I mean, there's no real conclusion to that. And
that's Morgan's the guy, the next-door neighbor who has a telescope, and he's looking through their windows.
Yeah. Who wants to buy their house, maybe.
I think he broke into their house and was going through stuff, and then...
I mean, it's just...
And finally, he's the one who calls the police, and the police decide to show up.
Yeah. Who was also very late.
Yeah. We never really get a conclusion for that, because the movie ends on them being like, police, open up, and then the movie ends.
Yep, and then Jackie stands up and...
It's covered in blood.
Just soaked and covered in blood.
So much blood in this movie.
There's a lot.
Gotta love it.
Spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. Yep.
Yeah.
That's really all I have for the good. What about you, John?
We We don't even get as much fun as we did in the last one, because at least in the last one, there were interesting people.
Yeah.
Like, I remember we were watching Joe Bob, and he said the best way to describe this cast is unmemorable. And this movie, these fucking people, I mean, you can't even fucking tell them apart.
No.
And it felt like there were, like, 8 guys who were wandering around, but, like, I'm pretty sure it was only 4, but I was having trouble keeping people... Because of how, like, pixelated and blurry everything was. I was having a lot of trouble telling people apart. Awful. Especially, like, the 4, like, brown-headed white guys wandering around in this fucking movie.
There's a lot of that. A lot of that, dude.
Yeah.
Oof.
I liked the plot fine. It's just poorly executed.
Huh? And these characters were so little developed. It's just laughable. Yeah, it truly is. I mean, there is zero, and I mean zero. Not only likability, but there's nothing to go on.
It's one of the big things I've said about the last 3 that we've talked about was just how good they do of developing these characters without sitting here and explaining things about characters to us. And this one just throws all that fucking shit out the window and is like, hey, let's just not have characters.
Right, and it's just there.
Yep.
And it's like, oh, these are people. Okay.
Yeah. Well, these are people.
Yes.
Every one of these people acts like fucking J.D. Vance trying to order donuts.
Uh-huh. Sure.
How long have you been here? Okay, good.
I like the Elvira character. She was very white.
She was very bad at acting.
She was probably as white as that bag.
Well, anytime they zoomed in on her, she was just fully bleached out for some reason. It was nuts.
Caked white.
Her skin, like, it must have been something with the makeup they did.
Oh, it had to have been.
Because with the blur and everything, her face was like this white, and it made her eyes like black,
right,
and look really big. So she looked like some kind of fucking monster on screen, and it was ridiculous.
Right. And she's one of the 2 that actually showed their boobs.
Yeah. There might have been 3.
I don't know.
Yeah, because the Juliet character did.
Yeah.
And then she did.
Yeah.
And then one of the other people, I think, did. I don't know. I think there might have been multiples. Anyway, there was a lot of boobs. A lot of nudity in this movie.
There was. Yep. Tons.
So Joe Bob was correct when he talked about that, where he said, then later on they made 3, and they really ramped up the gore and the nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say really ramped it up. I would just say ramped it
Compared to the last one? Yeah. Where there was only, like, on the Joe Bob count, there were 2 breasts. Yeah. So, on this one, I think it might have been like 10 or 12.
Close.
This is a lot.
Yeah, there really wasn't any man ass.
Nope.
No, not really. What about for the bad for you, bud?
Most of my experience with this has been bad.
Okay. Now this trilogy or this movie?
This movie.
Okay.
No, I didn't hate this movie. I just thought it dragged a lot.
I mean, it was very dull.
It was dull.
I mean, it had really nothing interesting in it.
Yeah. And like that's the thing is the second one, it's bad. Sure.
It's very bad.
Like it's not the best movie to watch, but like at least it has interesting shit in it.
Right.
Like,
I mean, it's memorable. That's the thing about it. That movie is memorable. I mean, he kills people with a guitar with a drill on it.
Yeah. Yes. And this movie is not memorable
at all.
Yeah.
Nothing about it is memorable. Nothing.
It's basically if you took Slumber Party Massacre and removed everything that was good in it.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Pretty much.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
Because this could have been good.
Right. And just really even like the driller killer Ken. And he's just there.
He killed a guy with a sledgehammer.
Right.
And then stabbed some people.
Right. Like, dude, this is not...
It wasn't as specific.
No.
I know people are going to say, people got killed with other things in the remake, but that wasn't the driller killer, though. That was his mom.
Yes. Right, that was Kay with her fucking awesome dart gun.
Yeah. Her fucking nail gun.
Yeah, that was awesome, wasn't it?
She used a nail gun and what is that saw? The one that like goes back and forth.
Oh yeah, the circle saw.
Yeah. It wasn't a circle saw, was it?
I don't know.
It was like it's the one that goes like that. Or it's like a single blade and she stabbed it right through somebody. Anyway.
We didn't talk about that death last.
I know. I don't think we talked about any of the deaths. We did a bad job.
We did a great job in that. Thanks for watching. Thank
you for watching.
Yeah. I mean, the bad is just the movie itself.
They're ugly.
Ugly is the stupid ass characters in the end watching their friend get sexually assaulted and fucking
I would say it's
killed.
The sexual assault in general.
Yeah, and then just killed. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not even going to try to save your friend.
They're literally just like, all right, he's blinded.
They're doing nothing.
Attacking one of our friends.
Yes. And so they do nothing.
Let's just stand here and do nothing.
And just watch. Because we even said that. What are they doing? Then you go, they're probably watching. And then they do a pan. And
they are. They're just standing there watching. They could have been doing anything. They could have been fucking leaving.
Right.
They could have literally left their friend for dead. But instead, they just stand around and watch.
That's even worse.
I mean...
That's much worse.
What, standing there and just watching?
Yes.
I'm shocked she wasn't just like, why won't anyone do anything?
Yes. I mean, if I would have added a little bit of comedy to this very dry film, I would have done that.
That wouldn't even be comedy at that point.
No, it'd just be sad.
That would be lampshading.
Yeah, that would be just sad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing I would add to the ugly. I mean, we really have no other developed things going on in this film.
Yeah.
Maybe Ken was sexually assaulted by his uncle. We don't know.
I mean, it's implied pretty heavily.
I mean, trigger warning too. I mean, there's suicide, but is there suicide or did he kill his uncle?
See, that's the real question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did Ken kill his uncle? I don't know. What about you, Johnny? What about for the ugly, dude?
That was the ugly.
Themes, symbolism.
I mean, it's more dick stuff.
Yeah. This movie, these 4 movies are just surrounded by that.
Yeah. It's just guy can't get his dick hard, so he wants to kill people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But he also got sexually assaulted, I think.
Correct.
Basically, he just needs help.
Somebody
help these people.
Yeah, like the one in the second one. She needs help. She needs trauma therapy.
Well, to be fair, based on the ending, maybe she was getting help.
Maybe she was. Maybe.
And none of it was real.
No.
Which makes it worse.
Yes, I know.
Maybe the other issue I kind of have with this movie is it's not really connected.
No, nothing about it is connected. Nothing. Yeah. I mean, literally nothing. I mean, it's just like a spin-off. It's like you're just trying to capitalize on the Slumber Party Massacre name.
You said Roger Corman produced this one too?
Yes. Budget of $350,000, and then a box office of 1.2 mil. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. People, I guess, were pretty bored.
People actually went and saw this.
Yeah. Released on September 7th of 1990. Yeah. Pretty cool.
It is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Look, I don't hate this movie
I don't
or anything. I just found it a very joyless experience.
It is. It very much was. I mean, I think it's joyless because there's no developed characters.
Yeah.
None at all. None.
Whereas the first two were kind of... Well, the first one was kind of like a send-up of slashers. This one is very straightforward as a slasher.
And it just has that feel of late 80s, early 90s slasher.
Yeah.
Where they really start to die off.
Yeah.
Besides Scream.
I was going to say, it really reminded me a lot of like Silent Night, Deadly Night, where it's just, this is a very joyless film.
Yeah.
Except that movie does it well.
Yes.
This one, not as good.
No. I mean, it's not a terrible film, but it's not good.
Yeah, I could see why like people would forget about this movie.
There's zero memorality about this movie. Nothing about it will stick out in your mind.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, literally nothing.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my final thought. Is if you want to watch it, go watch it. But
by all means, it's on YouTube. We watched it on well, I'm not.
No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, we won't give it away.
No.
But it's on YouTube somewhere.
Yeah, you can find it.
It's an hour and 27 minutes long.
Yeah. That's one of the longer ones in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. What about your final thoughts, my friend?
My final thoughts are this movie should be more widely available.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true because we thought we found it and it doesn't exist. So
yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's dumb that they recently released a 4K that has the first two movies, but not...
Oh, really? Really?
Not recently, but like the last release of it had the first two movies and not this one.
How fucking weird is that?
It is weird.
Well, that's very odd.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a fan.
No, that sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Maybe they just want to...
I think it's released by a different... Well...
No, it was not.
Because if Roger Corman produced movies, I guess maybe they all have different distributors, but...
I think it's the title that we watched is the same one as the first two. Yeah.
Because I was thinking it could be the same issue that like Evil Dead has. Because Evil Dead, it's 3 movies. The original trilogy, every single movie is done by a different, a different company.
Okay.
Which is why when they did Ash vs. Evil Dead, they were never able to include any stuff from Army of Darkness.
Okay. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, final thoughts is just, meh.
Meh.
Yeah. Well, we're done with the trilogy, my friend.
All right. Well, I guess I didn't introduce everyone to the Psycho Juicebox Halloween Slumber Party, and it comes to a close.
Yes.
Alexa, happy Slumber Party.
I don't know that.
I know.
You know nothing. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Get out on the boat if you haven't already.
When is this coming out?
November. I think it's the first Saturday of November.
Is voting the first Tuesday of November?
Second
Tuesday.
Yeah, it'd be second
oh, man,
Tuesday.
Guys, get ready to vote.
Yep. Big times.
It's going to be a rough one.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Take care.